To Nationals leader David Littleproud, who joins us from Bendigo. David, it's great to catch up with you on election eve. Thank you so much for joining me. Firstly, what's the mood on the ground? What is your sense on how the coalition is faring?
Yeah, look, if you come to a seat like Bendigo, the mood for change is there. And I think this is where people can take too much solace in national polls. They have some credence, and I'm not trying to discredit them in any way, shape or form, but what they do is they take an unaided vote. And what they don't take into account is what we call an aided vote. An aided vote adds a candidate. And the candidate behind me, Andrew Lethlean, in Bendigo, I believe, will probably win the seat of Bendigo tomorrow. And that's what the national polls don't show, that this is a hyper-local election. It's seat by seat. It's about the contest at a local level, and we're seeing that particularly in states like Victoria and in New South Wales, where there is a lot up for grabs. And I think there are a significant number of seats that are sitting on a knife edge, where people that are about to vote are the ones that are undecided. Those that have poured through, like those behind me, have made their mind up, but there are many that hasn't, and they're going to be running the ruler over what is a cost of living election, what is both the offerings, and we're offering 25 cents cut to the excise, about $14 every time they fill up, $1,200 tax cut. Anthony Albanese's offering 70 cents in 15 months' time. That's the alternative. We've got a government that's going to continue on this reckless all renewables path that you're living through with your lived experience of not getting $275 reduction as he promised at the last election. Won't even talk about that modelling anymore, but we'll in fact see that your energy bill's now over $1,300 more and keep going. Someone has to have the courage to go in and fix this, and we're going to fix the problem that Anthony Albanese created last time he was in there with Julia Gillard in selling all our gas off. Australian gas should be used by Australians first. We can drive down your energy bill in 12 months, drive down your food bill in 12 months, and then have the courage to fix our energy grid, because energy is the economy, with nuclear power. And we'll start that process of building that immediately. So we're not sitting here having to turn lights out and looking at countries like Spain who have blackouts because they are going down this reckless all renewables path.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like a glimpse into the future, what's happened over in Spain and Portugal. You mentioned, of course, that there is a high number of undecided voters, that the soft vote this time is unusually high. Is there a sense, David, that there could be another 2019 miracle? Is that what you're feeling? What's your take on that?
Yeah, and I was in Hunter this morning. I've got to say, the mood there, it's from this lived experience. Australians have asked themselves, are they better off after 3 years of Anthony Albanese? Do they trust what will be an Albanese ban Teal independent government? Will that make their lives better? That sends shudders down their backs. They don't want the chaos that they saw in 2010, but they don't believe in those values and principles, particularly the Greens running the show, with Teals in there telling us all how we should live just because they can afford to. The reality is I think there is a local contest in each one of these electorates, particularly in Victoria and New South Wales, that I think over the course of the coming hours will determine the outcome of this election. That's how tight it is, and I've seen our track polling. I've got to say the Nationals are very confident about retaining our seats, and we're on the attack here in Bendigo, in Hunter, getting Calare back, winning Calare, Lingiari, and I think the coalition will win Bullwinkle. And I think those are five where the Nationals are on the march, and I think the Liberals are on the march, and many others as well.
You mentioned energy policy before. I want to play you a clip of what Chris Bowen told Sky News. He was asked about the blackouts in Spain and Portugal. Here was his response.
I mean, I'm sure the Spanish and Portuguese authorities will provide a full update on what's gone wrong there. Obviously, every system, when it's undergoing change, has to very carefully calibrate its changes. That's what we're doing in Australia. Hasn't been a blackout caused in Australia by lack of energy in our time in office, certainly. And the last blackouts were when Angus Taylor was the minister.
Well, David Littleproud, another lie there. We know there have been blackouts. I mean, here in New South Wales even, we were told to limit our power usage for the summer because of blackout risk here. What is going on under this Labor government? And another 3 years of it, what does it mean under this renewables-only policy?
Well, it doesn't work. This is where the ideology doesn't meet the practical reality of the lived experience, not only your energy bill, but when you've got a Labor Premier in New South Wales running out and telling their citizens to turn off the dishwasher, to turn off the air conditioner because it could bring the grid down. In an energy-rich country like this, the fact that there is no country on the industrial scale the size of Australia that's going down this all renewables path, and you look at Portugal and Spain, who don't have the economy that we do, they are feeling the lived experience as well, and they are at 77% renewables. Labor want to take us to 82% renewables by 2030, which is just utter madness. And where I was today in the Hunter, you won't have Tomago. It needs 950 megawatts of coal and gas every year to make sure those hundreds of jobs are maintained every year. If you take that away and do it with renewables, you need 3 gigawatts of renewable energy with batteries that haven't been designed at the moment to last more than 20 minutes to be able to help them. But you just think of the transmission lines, the solar panels and wind turbines littered across the Hunter Valley. And you've got a member for Hunter, a big Dan Rapopoli, who talks a big game in the Hunter but plays political games in Canberra where he's just run over by Chris Bowen and Anthony Albanese. Those people in the Hunter Valley will not have a future. But when they don't have a future, our country doesn't have a future. They are the energy source of our country. Coal will go out of this country and out of the Hunter for decades to come. And that's the reality that we're all going to have to face up to at some point. And we can do sensible things around our energy grid to build that baseload power and protect those coal-fired power jobs, not just in the Hunter, but even in my own electorate. I'm prepared to say I want a nuclear power plant where we're going to replace a coal-fired power station because we don't need the transmission lines, and nearly 80% of those that are working at Toronto Coal today will have a job, and their grandkids will have a job because they last for 60 to 80 years.
Yeah, well, it's future-proofing this country. That's exactly what it is, and we're just on such a reckless path at the moment. David Littleproud, it's been good to chat with you on election eve. Thank you so much, and yeah, we'll be watching this result very closely. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you.